And Coach, obviously, talking about the conference tournament, we'll get to that in a second, but first, a special night on senior night where you were able to honor 4 seniors and were able to get the win, and what an exclamation point to what's been quite a banner year.
Yeah, I think so. It's very exciting to see them all band together to compete. Obviously, the first match, just trying to give everybody an opportunity to play, was a little bit crazy, but we were able to still keep it together and win the set. And then the last 2, just more systematic in terms of how we'll play our lineup going into the weekend. But it was a lot of fun. I think everyone's excited. We had a great crowd cheering for everyone, so it was nice to be able to send them out on a good note.
And this team has defended its home court well, but maybe last night, the most energetic crowd that we've had all season, and they really fed off of that, especially when it was crunch time in that first set.
Yeah, I think so. It was nice, too. Jackson State, their basketball team is playing in town, their women's team, so they were in the crowd, and they kind of set the tone early for cheering and celebration, and our fans followed suit. So it was very fun just to hear everyone excited and into the match, and obviously cheering for every little bit of success and recognizing, like Shay was in the front row for a few rotations and got a chance to try to score. So it was just a fun match for us. So obviously we want to, miss less serves than we did last night going into another match. But to be able to find a way to win even through adversity has kind of set the tone for us all season.
And a couple of things, like you mentioned, to work on that you saw, especially from the last several matches down the stretch. But overall, everybody's going in with the same record, and we're starting all over again in the conference tournament in Conway.
Yeah, I agree. It's 0-0 now. So obviously on Friday, we just want to be able to put our best foot forward and play as well as we possibly can without giving away points. The theme of our season has been make teams earn the points against us, not give them away with unforced errors. So I think our serve is a lot more controllable. I think we've been more consistent offensively too with taking more calculated risks and not making a ton of unforced errors, which was nice to see how efficient the offense was last night as well. So coming off of Saturday's match where we were just making a lot of errors hitting into the net, into the block, and out of bounds, last night we were able to make the changes that we needed to in terms of how we were approaching our offense, and obviously we're a lot more successful for it.
And we talked about last night how this team has used kind of those non-conference matches just to kind of take a step back and work on some of those things and kind of reapply it once they get back into conference and now and in the postseason.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot easier to say this is going to be our focal point in a non-conference match and actually get out there and stick to it than it is for us to in a conference match where there's a little bit more pressure and obviously the results matter a ton more. So I think we have done a good job of being able to balance what we need to work on, trying to execute that good or bad in the matches that aren't going to penalize us for postseason, and then come back and use that to really push us in the postseason play. So we're hoping that this weekend is a pretty good indicator of how things have kind of replayed themselves for us, where we have a rough match, we have a non-conference where we kind of build things back up. So going back into the conference, we're able to carry that confidence with us.
And of course, you get McNeese in the first round. Seen them already twice. Each team has won on their own home floor, and 2 teams, when they're at their best, very evenly matched.
Yeah, I think so. They're very strong competitively, offensively. I've always talked about just how tough they are. To me, they're a tough team. They don't get rattled if they make an error. They're able to come right back, reset, refocus. And I thought when we played them at home, we won a set relatively easily, 25-12, and they were unrattled. They came right back, and started to play their game a little bit more. So I expect it's going to be a competitive match, a fun one, and we know we have no reason to not be confident since we've had some success against them. But I think still the focus for us is just what's happening on our side of the court. Low errors, highly efficient, fast pace, a couple of blocks would be nice, and I think we'll have a chance to be successful.
And all importantly as well, the mindset that you talked about, and that's what this team has showed, especially down the stretch this season. As they've gotten more confidence, they've been able to bounce back quicker as well.
Yeah, I think so. And now they just have to think that they're not finished. It's really easy at this point in the season from where we were at this point last year to say, okay, well, this is enough. We're okay, we've done enough. Just getting there is enough. But I don't think that we have that mindset. I think that we're not finished. I think we have a lot more volleyball in us, and I'm hopeful that that'll come out on Friday.